Good morning everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So we did get a bit of a rejection off the 155, which also didn't quite line up with this level here. I would prefer a neater rejection of this area, which is 107578, but oscillators have crossed over and pointing to the downside at the moment, so we need to look for the next bit of structure. So get down to the hour, fairly decent rejection, and then yesterday we did continue to the downside, but now we have sort of recovered ever so slightly. For me, this is quite a simple setup at the moment. Basically, you can see what's transpiring at the moment. We do have a fairly decent setup for the London breakout strategy, so just put this level in here. You can see we're finding support just on this previous area here. You can see yesterday we sort of bounced off it. Now this Asian session we're bouncing around it. So I'd want to see a rejection here. So it would break below these this pattern that is forming now. You can see if I come down to 50-minute, you'll see a bit clearer. So this is the area we're paying attention to here. So 106851. If that breaks, then this little flag from yesterday is validated. So you can see there's a little flag. That breaks, then you're looking for a move to the downside. And that move is pretty much to come and test this previous break here. Okay, oscillators all agreeing with that scenario as well, so that is pretty much what I'd be looking at. Bit of a triangle forming as well. So wait for European Open, see if we get the break and the break below the structure, a bit of a retest. Then you're looking to target this zone down here between 106137 and 105929. If we do break this to the upside, then you have a gap target there, and similar scenarios. So it needs to be a break and a retest, stop is below the structure, and then you're looking for 107388 as your upside target. Moving on to US dollar Japanese yen, this big wedge is still very much in play, not broken as of yet. We have bounced a little bit off, or got above 127.023. Look at the oscillators, they've crossed over and pointing to the upside. That is your first signal. Now what you should be doing is looking for structure to buy off. And at the moment, really messy. This is still an area I'd be paying attention to. Sellers are still here. We're still very much in a downtrend. Oscillators are all over the place, so it's really mixed at the moment. So simple way to do this is put this level in. You can see a lot of interaction with it, and that's 127.500. We're looking for a break and retest of that for a move to the upside. If we start dropping below this 127.023, then you can expect more dollar pain and looking for a move to the downside here. But both of Euro USD and US dollar Japanese yen are sort of consolidating, or they're starting to look like a bit more dollar strength is brewing. So keep that in the back of your mind. So those are the two levels there we're looking for breaks off. Moving on to British pound Japanese yen. So we broke the triangle and then we just headed back into the triangle, which is typical. It always comes back to the apex. Now what you're looking for is a rejection of the apex. If we get back above the trend line to the upside, then you're probably going to find a move to the upside, and then it's going to come back down to test the apex again, and that's just going to validate a much bigger range. So for us at the moment, we are looking to see if we're going to get a rejection in this area. So big up, inside bar, lots going on. I'd want to see a break below 160 and 160.061 and a retest for a move down. Pay attention to the moving averages. We are all over the place, so that's just an indication of confusion. So if we do drop a little bit further here, it's also possible just to come to this area here and then find support for a move to the upside. So pay very close attention to this. I'd actually, on second thoughts, I think get rid of the diagonals. Get rid of the diagonals. just relook at this on the 8 hour. Okay, so that is either going to be a rejection of this area, or we're going to find support of this area. Look to the left, there's a lot going on here, and obviously what will get us moving higher is going to be a break above the weekly high, and that will probably give us a little bit of a better setup. Just put this one in as well. So right now, let's just ignore this area that we're in at the moment. I give that a big wide berth. We're looking for support of 159.7, well, not quite there, around there. 159.714, 159.700. We're looking for support off there for a move back up to here, 161.045. Break below this and retest, then you're looking to test these lows over here. So at the moment it's kind of 50-50, just in no man's land. So just pay attention to the open. London breakout could also work out quite nicely if it breaks above the morning high or the morning low, and that will give you the direction for the day of where it's going to go. Lastly, Euro British Pound. So typical Euro British Pound, we sort of looked like we were finding a base last week, rallied, came back to close a gap. Now we want to see if we're going to find support off here. So big move up, big move down. There is a gap to the upside as well. And if you have a look at it, there's your little gap up there. You can see this is an area of support, so that's what you're looking for. Oscillators all grouped to the downside. I just want to see proper support. So I'd want to get us above 0.85038. Get above, find support there. And then see if we've got a continuation to the upside. So that's kind of what's brewing there. If we start dropping below the lows of yesterday, then it's continuation to the downside. The problem with this little setup is big up, big down, big confusion on the daily. So not something that really excites me at the moment. So yeah, so I think overall markets are not looking very interesting for me. It's there's probably a few scalps if you actually pay attention to the 5 minute, possibly even 3 minutes in some of the charts, but I don't have time for that. So yeah, we will just sit back and wait for the structure. If you are going to trade the lower time frames, just get those levels in on the higher time frames and wait for the confirmation. And once you've got the confirmation, you have the trade. Anyway, that's it for me. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.